हेलो।
हाय।
क्या कर रहा है?
कुछ नहीं यार, जस्ट चिलिंग।
अच्छा, किसके साथ?
जब मेरी शादी हुई थी तब जाके वो होता है ना कि शादी करते हो तो आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी पीपल मैंने बट शादी करते हो तो लड़की वाले लड़के को एक गिफ्ट देते हैं ना कभी कभी। तो कभी होता है कि यार क्या घड़ी चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, तो एक महंगी एक गिफ्ट मिलती है। तो दे आस्क्ड मी कि क्या चाहिए। सर मुझे कैमरा चाहिए। सो दे सेड क्या? मुझे एक वीडियो कैमरा चाहिए। आई कुडंट अफोर्ड अ वीडियो कैमरा दैट टाइम। ट्रू स्टोरी।
कुछ नहीं यार, जस्ट चिलिंग।
अबे बोला ना।
क्या?
अबे मैंने वो बोला।
कुछ नहीं यार, जस्ट चिलिंग।
जस्ट चिलिंग।
हेलो दोस्तों, तो आ गए हम अपने शो जस्ट चिलिंग में, जहां हम चिल करेंगे उस शख्स के साथ जो एक डायरेक्टर हैं, प्रोड्यूसर हैं, शो रनर, कोरियोग्राफर, साउंड डिज़ाइनर और न जाने क्या क्या, ओवरऑल फिल्म मेकर कह सकते हैं आप इन्हें। तो आज जानेंगे हम उनकी सोच के बारे में, उनके सिनेमा के बारे में और उनकी ज़िंदगी के बारे में। वेलकम टू द शो सर। वी हैव मिस्टर विक्रमादित्य मोटवाने विद अस।
Do you remember the first time you met Mr. Anurag Kashyap?
He remembers, I don't remember. He says, according to me,
Bang on.
मुझे याद नहीं है, वो उसको उसको बहुत याद है। तो एक्साइजी में था। सो आई वाज देयर डूइंग द फिल्म प्रोडक्शन कोर्स 94 95। ही हैड डन द सेम प्रोडक्शन कोर्स आई थिंक 93 94, एक साल पहले उसने किया था। हिज वाइफ, आई मीन हिज नाउ एक्स वाइफ दैट टाइम, आरती वाज इन द सेम कोर्स एज मी। तो अनुराग बोल रहा है कि यार मैं तुझे तब मिला था आरती के साथ, मैं कैंटीन में था, ऐसा मुझे तो याद ही नहीं है। देन आफ्टर दैट 97 no 99 Anurag was doing the dialogue for Deepa Mehta's Water.
Yeah.
मैं दीपा का associate director, I mean executive assistant director था। And my job was to wrangle Anurag Kashyap कि अनुराग डायलॉग लिख रहा है, उसे लिखवाओ। ये क्या बात हो गई? तो पहले सोचा कि यार ये तो बहुत आसान है, कर लूंगा मैं, क्या डायलॉग लिखवाना है, तो फोन करते रहो, इरिटेट करते रहो। उस जमाने में I didn't have a cell phone at that time. I didn't have a cell phone at that time. Cell phone, I think I got my cell phone maybe a year and a half later. उसके पास था एक फोन, उसके पास एक पेजर भी था। सेल फोन तो ऑफ रहता था, पेजर पे कभी जवाब नहीं देता था। सो लिटरली रैंगल अनुराग कश्यप मींस उसके घर जाओ, साथ में बैठो, और घर जाओ तो ही इज देयर। अरे अरे आ गया, चल चाय पीते हैं। चाय पी के हम लोग बात करते थे। डायलॉग राइटिंग तो दूर की बात है। बट वी बिकेम फ्रेंड्स बिकॉज वंस अनुराग, हम लोग मामी चल रहा था, देयर वाज सम रैंडम पता नहीं ब्राजीलियन फिल्म सुबह 9 बजे। So I go there, and the only other person there in the line is Anurag Kashyap. So you realize that there is this cinema affinity that's kind of happening. We are the people who've taken our entire families and friends for a double bill of Austin Powers, Austin Powers Part 2, followed by Godmother, which is the most random double bill you can take anybody for. One is this Hollywood comedy film with Mike Myers and that kind of. One is this very serious film about Shaban Azmi playing this kind of like thing. Not completely different. But we are the only people who dragged our families to go into the double bill. Now, so then, then I mean, water ke time pe we became friends, and then he was making Panch after that, and he was looking for. जैसे यार मुझे गाने शूट करने पिक्चर में, मेरे को 4 गाने चाहिए, कोई है क्या शूट करेगा?
Okay.
आई वाज लाइक हाँ मैं करता हूँ ना, क्या करो, क्या गाने शूट करना है, मैं कर लूँगा। दैट वर्कड संजय, तो ऐसा ठीक है, गाने का थोड़ा आइडिया था दिमाग में कि गाने ऐसे शूट कर सकते हैं। सो आई शॉट द सॉन्ग्स ऑफ पांच। ही सेड साउंड डिजाइन चाहिए कोई, ऐसा मैं कर लूँगा। आई जस्ट कीप जंपिंग ऑन बोर्ड फॉर एनीथिंग। आई पुट माय हैंड अप। But it was a time because again, this whole experimental phase that happens with filmmakers at that point in time, and it was great. Panch was a great film to experiment on. मजा आ रहा था यार कि यार 4 band murders and bodies getting cut up and it was great.
कांस में कभी ऐसे फैन बॉय मोमेंट हुआ है किसी को देख के कि यार मजा ही आ गया?
Yeah, just recently Anurag and me went, हम तो वैसे ही दोनों फैन बॉय जाके स्कॉर्सेज़ की पिक्चर देख रहे हैं। और हम लोग यहाँ बैठे हैं पिक्चर देख रहे हैं, 2 rows पीछे is Pedro Almodovar is sitting right next to Alfonso Cuarón. And it's just you're in a room because the thing is they are also fanboying na.
Yes.
वो भी आ गए, they're also fanboying on Scorsese, so they're in the same room fanboying. So everybody's a fanboy. So at that point you feel like, you know, the democratization of film fanboys is all in the same room. Generationally watching Scorsese's latest movie. So I think Cannes for me the first time around was quite a revelation. I saw Abbas Kiarostami's film 10. You know, I was a huge fan of Kiarostami before that. You know, Through the Olive Trees or Where's the Friend's Home. Any of his films. तो बहुत बड़ा fan था उसका. So the fact that you're seeing an Abbas Kiarostami film in the premiere where he's in the audience was something else. You're seeing Ken Loach's Sweet 16 when he's in the audience in his premiere was something else. And there were some events and some dinner, and on the stage was Scorsese, Kiarostami, and Kusturica at the same time. I said, "Yaar, मैं तो this is हो गया. I can go home very quickly. I've seen 3 of my heroes on stage at the same time.
Yeah.
It's quite something."
Kennedy, how was that experience?
It was lovely. It was lovely because having a film in the official selection in a festival like Cannes automatically means that you are amongst the premier films of the world in that year. It's always nice to see your film in a place, or even in Kennedy's case, a friend's film in a place which is literally the premier kind of film cathedral in the world. Is always something. I think we filmmakers tend to equate our places of worship with movie theaters. It's not.
Interesting perspective.
It's always there. It's always been there. It's always been like this cinema is your temple. And so, in the case of when you're going to a major film festival like Cannes or Venice or Berlin or whatever, then the Grand Theatre Lumiere is the cathedral of all those things.
Yes.
It's like it doesn't get bigger than that. It doesn't get more religious than that moment.
आप कंटेंट क्रिएशन को कितना फॉर्म ऑफ स्टोरी टेलिंग मानते हैं?
Everything is not content creation. That's the thing. I think that kahin na kahin separating content creation from movie making and separating it from series making. Like I get irritated when people say, "यार ना जी web series बना." Like web series नहीं है भाई, एक streaming show है. Web series is on YouTube. This is a streaming show. This is on Amazon. It's different. It's not the same. You can't really call Oppenheimer content. Yeah, there is a filmmaking skill that goes into everything, 100%. But yeah, वो कभी वो तो हर चीज content में थोड़ा मुझको लगता है.
आपने कब सोचा कि फिल्मी दुनिया या फिल्म मेकिंग में आपको आना है?
When I was कि 17-18 साल का था, मिठी भाई कॉलेज में कैंटीन में बैठते थे हम लोग दिन रात, and mom wanted to start a television talk show called Teen Talk, जहाँ पे idea was कि you talk to teenagers, understand their problems, all that kind of stuff. तो उसने मुझे और मेरे कुछ दोस्तों को ऐसे बोल दिया कि तुम लोग बस चाय और समोसे खा रहे हो, कुछ काम करो, हफ्ते में 1 दिन शूट और आधा दिन एडिट. एंड द डायरेक्टर वुड लीव मी अलोन. एक बार उसे दिखा देगा एडिट ऐसे करते हैं कि ये फॉर्मेट है तो कर लो, एंड देन ही लीव मी अलोन टू एडिट द एंटायर. दैट यूज्ड टू बी अ टाइम व्हेन यू हैव टू डू कट टू कट के एकदम यू कांट एडिट ऑफलाइन. आजकल जो करते हैं ना कि कर लेंगे, अच्छा 3 मिनट लंबा है चलो काटो, ऐसा नहीं था उस जमाने में. जो आप कर रहे हो, हैव टू नो एग्जैक्टली हाउ लॉन्ग इज गोइंग टू बी. दैट प्री कैलकुलेशन हैज टू बी डन. यू कांट गो ओवर बिकॉज इट्स ऑल ऑनलाइन. अगर करना है तो वापस पूरा करना पड़ेगा फिर से फ्रॉम द बिगिनिंग. सो दोस ऑलवेज इंटरेस्टिंग टाइम्स एंड इट वाज अ गुड लाइफ. यार बिकॉज क्या मैं 18 साल का था या 19 साल का था, मुझे हर एपिसोड के 2000 रुपये मिलते थे फॉर दिन में 1 दिन का शूट, आधा दिन का एडिट, 1 हफ्ते का. तो मतलब महीने में 8000 रुपये बना रहा हूँ मैं, और 6 दिन काम कर रहा हूँ. यू नो आई मीन. सो एंड एट दैट टाइम वाज अ लॉट ऑफ मनी. सो आई वाज वेरी कंफर्टेबल. एक्सआईसी में गया था, 1 साल किया था वहाँ पे. ग्रुप में 3-4 प्रोजेक्ट किए थे. अंडरस्टूड द फंडास. वर्क टू संजय बंसाली फॉर 6 years. अंडरस्टूड हाउ फिल्म वर्क्स. लाइटिंग क्या होती है, ये क्या होता है, शॉर्ट ब्रेक डाउन क्या होता है, गाने में क्या करते हैं, एडिटिंग में क्या करते हैं, पोस्ट प्रोडक्शन में, ऑल दैट सॉर्ट ऑफ स्टफ. यू अंडरस्टैंड हाउ अ फिल्म इज मेड over 2 films. But until you do 2 things, and this is where film comes, until you do 2 things by yourself, until you write your own stuff and shoot your own stuff, your own stuff, you're not going to understand what it means to be a director. And that for me came from when I started writing, but B जब मेरी शादी हुई थी तब जाके वो होता है ना कि शादी करते हो तो आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी पीपल मैरिड, बट शादी करते हो लड़की वाले लड़के को एक गिफ्ट देते हैं ना कभी. तो कभी होता है कि यार क्या घड़ी चाहिए, ये चाहिए, वो चाहिए, तो एक महंगी एक गिफ्ट मिलती है. तो दे आस्क्ड मी कि क्या चाहिए. ऐसे मुझे कैमरा चाहिए. जैसे क्या, मुझे एक वीडियो कैमरा चाहिए. आई कुडंट अफोर्ड अ वीडियो कैमरा. तो आई गॉट अ वीडियो कैमरा एज अ गिफ्ट, एंड इट वाज वेरी
इंटरेस्टिंग.
अम्यूज्ड. My wife's family very amused. I'm getting this Panasonic DV cam, not chota, as a gift. But it was the best gift, yeah, because I actually then started going out and shooting. And I shot everything. फिर DVD cover design कर रहे हो, उसको print out कर रहे हो, डब्बे में डाल रहे हो, DVD बना रहे हो, दोस्तों को दे रहे हो, ये लो तुम्हारी wedding gift and that kind of stuff. And that was my greatest learning as a filmmaker, was that process. And again, it's a period of time ना. आज iPhone पे यार सब कुछ कर सकते हो. आज excuse ही नहीं है ना filmmaker को कि मुझे film बनानी तो बनाओ. क्या चाहिए?
कैमरा है तुम्हारे
पास. इट्स वेरी गुड कैमरा.
या तो संजय सर ने क्या आपका इंटरव्यू लिया था, या इट वाज मोर लाइक कि मिले, बात हुई एंड कम टू द सेट?
खामोशी हो गई थी. ही वाज गेटिंग इनटू हिज नेक्स्ट फिल्म. उसको पता नहीं था मैं क्या बना रहा हूँ. उसके पास 3-4 कहानियां थी कि ये भी ऑप्शन है, ये भी ऑप्शन है, ये भी ऑप्शन है. He was starting हम दिल दे चुके सनम. So I said यार I want to sort of assist this guy. So it was more about testing around कि चलो तुम आ जाओ, काम कर लो 2 महीने के लिए, देख लेंगे. It was like one of those kind of things. So I went from this 8,000 a month to 2,500 rupees a month, जहाँ पे हफ्ते में 8 दिन काम कर रहे हो. It's like that. But in Sanjay's team it's more like you're doing everything. आप creative भी कर रहे हो, आप short breakdown भी कर रहे हो उनके साथ में, आप but you're also handling the set, but you're also doing extras, you're also doing production, you're also doing everything.
Yeah.
And then you're doing post production. आप post production में भी साथ में काम कर रहे हो, sitting on the edit as he's sort of like editing with him. इसका काम करना है, अच्छा इसमें music डालो, तो you're doing all those kind of things. So it was the same. Hamdil and Devdas in that sense the same. Just Devdas is bigger. It was a bigger production. Hamdil Dil Chuke Sanam, and not more Hamdil than Devdas was the fact that it was one of the last films to be completely done on celluloid. That was something very, very interesting. अगर आपको film समझना है, आपको editing समझना है, that kind of stuff, that's priceless. The art of seeing actual frames and feet and seconds of film being put together, cut together, spliced together, taped together as physical units and not something digital.
Before marriage, how was it like? You guys were dating, और उस वक्त वो क्या कर रही थी, आप क्या कर रहे थे, and how you guys were managing things at that point of time?
I mean, interesting times यार. शादी के पहले एक था कि काम, because at that point of time is also कि struggle दोनों का है, in the sense of like you're trying to be able to. I was maybe a little bit more ambitious with my struggle कि हाँ यार पिक्चर बनानी है, पिक्चर बनानी versus photographer बनना. I think there's a thing, but yet there was a common struggle. But मजा आता था यार, because I'm also into photography, she's into photography, तो मजा आता था because we find के वो करते थे ना साथ में कि हम लोग जा रहे हैं कि चलो आज जाके let's go take some photos in हाजी अली पे जाएंगे, आज फोटो लेंगे वहाँ पे. तो बट पैसे नहीं होते थे ना, तो आपका पुराना कैमरा है, मेरा पुराना कैमरा है, film cameras over there. We'd go to this place called Standard Suppliers. VT में एक the famous कैमरा एरिया, स्टैंडर्ड सप्लायर्स करके दुकान है वहाँ पे. तो वहाँ पे जाते थे और एक रोल फिल्म, एक फूजी वेल्विया का एक फिल्म होता था 50 ASA का फिल्म, which was beautiful film. आजकल मिलता नहीं, बनता नहीं है. And we'd go there, 350 रुपए का रोल होता था वो at that time. तो 350 रुपए किसके पास है, किसके एक रोल, मतलब 36 एक्सपोजर यार. It's not like it's, you know, it's you're basically 10 rupees a fucking shot.
Yeah.
So we'd buy that and then we'd share it.
Okay.
तू 18 शूट कर और फिर मैं 18 शूट कर. And that's how we'd sort of like do that. But it was great because analog coming to digital world was a very lovely time for these kind of things. I think that's where it's very lucky at the time I was born and the time, because you've come from an analog world and digital world, you've actually seen the best of both worlds. So there's a very interesting artistic expression also.
आपने अपना पहला कॉन्सेप्ट कब लिखना शुरू किया? 99 उस टाइम पे आप लिखना स्टार्ट कर चुके थे?
हाँ, उस टाइम पे स्टार्ट कर चुका था. उस टाइम पे कोशिश जारी थी in terms of being able to write something. Had some ideas. That's the thing with writing ना यार. When you have to stick it through. You have to say कि हाँ शुरू करो and then stick the entire thing through beginning to end. Which I only learned afterwards. So क्या होता है, वो idea है and you've got these great ideas for openings of movies and then after a point in time, if you don't have the discipline to sit every day and kind of like write it, then it's like हाँ ठीक है यार, bored.
And what is your writing style?
It's a high procrastination problem. If you drag me to a table, deadline दे दो तो मैं लिख दूंगा. Deadline ना दो तो नहीं लिख सकता.
क्या आप खुद को डेडलाइन देते हो?
हाँ, ट्राई करता हूँ, लेकिन जब खुद के डेडलाइन होते हैं तो कब who sticks to the deadline? So if you're writing for somebody else, it's fine. So after Devdas, actually, I started very seriously writing with Bhavani Iyer. I wrote. We wrote this film called Bombay Talkies, which was about a film director making his last movie.
Okay.
So that whole thing. So it's interesting because Jubilee ke saath there's a kind of full circle. So me and Bhavani wrote the script and took it to Amit Ji. Amit Ji loved it, but I couldn't get a second actor for it. So then it just kind of like went off.
अगर पहले अमिताभ बच्चन है कास्ट में, तो सेकंड एक्टर कास्ट करना डिफिकल्ट कैसे?
You're a first-time filmmaker who is trying to make an ambitious film that is not the usual Bollywood film. Outlet क्या था आपके पिक्चर के लिए? It's only the cinema. It's not like you're making it for streaming. It's not like you're making it differently. ये multiplex audience के लिए. Multiplex audience उस ज़माने में छोटी audience थी. So you're fighting a lot of these battles all the time. So there is a tendency then to be able to stick to your guns. Also first time filmmaker ना यार, 25 साल का हूँ मैं, मुझे क्या पता. Now Mr. Bachchan is smart, he's sharp, he sees the potential in a script. He's like, this is a great role and I trust in you as a filmmaker. But not everybody else had that same optimism in that. So then it tends to just... So I found a producer, I found everything. But the second actor was just a very difficult thing to find. And I didn't want to go to everybody. जैसे उसके पास जा सकते हैं, ऐसे यार नहीं यार, वो बात नहीं बनती है. Then that's not, you know.
How did Udaan started after Bombay Talkies?
I think after Bombay Talkies में frustration था ना यार कि ठीक है लिखो फिर भी मतलब इंडस्ट्री में कुछ कर नहीं सकते थे. I'm like यार then भवानी के साथ started lighting what we call Last Leaf, which became Lutera.
Lutera, yeah.
So while she and me were writing that together in our house, I in the daytime was writing Udaan by myself.
Okay.
So that's how the मैं दिन में उड़ान लिखता था, शाम को हम लोग मिलते थे. We used to compare notes on this thing. I should tell her कि मैंने ये scenes लिखे दिन में, she should tell me मैंने ये scenes लिखे दिन में. Again the next day this process happened for some 3-4 weeks. So दोनों both those films got written at the same time. Two things happened. Is that I was after Devdas I had gone on Kunal and me, my sound designer friend and me. We had gone to Kerala for a holiday. We were staying with this very very senior cinematographer called Venu. And Venu says कि यार तू क्या कहानी लिख रहा है सुना मेरे को. I said नहीं मैं नहीं सुनूंगा. मैंने सुनाना पड़ेगा तेरे को. You say how will you tell a story to the world if you can't tell it to me in a room after having alcohol? That's not a thing. So it's like you finally narrate मतलब shaking करते करते told it and he's like हाँ इतना मुश्किल था ही नहीं ना. I said नहीं था. He said, and then he gave some interesting feedback. He said it's a interesting story, father son. I said this is the world. He said bring your character into this world and I said okay that's I never thought of that. I never thought कि initially it was like बाप बेटे हैं but ऐसा ही है. He said नहीं वो बेटे को तू कहानी के अंदर लेके आ, इस माहौल के अंदर लेके आ. Let the father be somewhere else, bring him into this. So he's also surprised by that. So then this whole idea of like okay he's coming from another world, so why doesn't he know this world and therefore where has he been? So now that then you start calculating अच्छा ठीक है boarding school, you know, all those kind of things happen.
Got it.
So that was one thing that happened. The second thing was got reminded of my father's boarding school escapade, and literally the opening of Udaan is what happened to my father when he was in boarding school in Mayo College in 1969 or whatever it was. कि था 4 बंदे बाहर गए थे और टीचर को देख लिया, वापस आ रहे थे, गिर गए, एक आप टांग टूट गया, and then they all got suspended from school. And that was, I said okay fine, now I've got a story here, I've got an interesting kind of story here. And then the third thing that happened was I was at this friend's house, एक party है. There was Rahul Ram and Oshin
Okay.
were there, and they were friends, and they were just sitting around, they're playing guitar, and they played this song called Bhor, which was from the album. And that song I heard, and suddenly in that moment, like होता ना कि वो eureka moment, it's like the world stops, and this trolley happens around you. Exactly वही हुआ. I'm at this party, I'm listening to Bhor, and I'm like, this is the tone of my film. This is the tone. So I literally like went home, plotted the whole thing in my head. Next day onwards, just started writing it. And I had a screenplay like 3 weeks later. That time there was Jamu Sugandh, who was he had been the financer and producer of Humdil. He had announced 4 films at that time. One was Anurag's Gulal, Sriram Raghavan's Johnny Gaddar, Abbas Tyrewala's Jaane Te Ho Jaane Na, and Udaan. These are the 4 films that Jamu wanted to produce. And fantastic vision that he's actually chosen these 4 films. And unfortunately, his deals just fell apart. And तब तक I had done my recce's and everything. And इम्तियाज़ के छोटे भाई के साथ शूट करा था मैंने.
Oh.
तो इम्तियाज़ ने स्क्रिप्ट पढ़ी थी. I wrote the script for Delhi. फिर मैंने इम्तियाज़ को भेजी पढ़ने के लिए. इम्तियाज़ ने बोला तू दिल्ली में शूट मत कर, तू जमशेदपुर जा. इसे जा, मतलब मेरे भाई के साथ जा, ट्रेन में जा, stay at my house. See Jamshedpur, see what it's like. And I went there and I said, he's right. So I just changed the whole thing for Jamshedpur after that.
तो दिल्ली से जमशेदपुर आप किस पॉइंट पे कन्विंस हुए कि जमशेदपुर इज द राइट लोकेशन फॉर द फिल्म?
When I wrote it, I wanted to write about this kind of industrial small town. I grew up for little bits in Nasik, which is actually that industrial small town. Because it's that whole vibe ke every family knows every other family. Every family is working in some factory or owns a factory or there's some part of it which is actually a part of the internet. But Nasik was too close to home. I say I can't write about my home that close. And you know, like sometimes you want a little cinematic separation, ना यार कि ठीक है ये घर है लेकिन cinematically मेरा घर क्या है. So that's why Delhi became a place where okay, if they go into Delhi for all the partying and stuff they want to do, but they're staying in Faridabad or Ghaziabad or one of those little things, Chota Bungalow, and then in there that kind of space. take them a little outside the city. So the moment I went Jamshedpur and when Imtiaz is like, I know what you're trying to do. तू ये देख ले, तू समझ में आएगा. You know what I mean? When he's like doing it. So immediately you go there and you're like, within the first day itself, you're like, boss, this is it. You see the factories, you understand the entire vibe. You see those streets and like, हाँ यही चाहिए. It's a very very cinematic place.
And how was the character of Ram Kapoor placed? क्या वो starting से था या फिर वो कुछ feedbacks के बाद?
नहीं अरे यार Ram Kapoor, that whole, there's been a merry-go-round in that entire so Ronit was staying in Anurag's building at that time.
Okay.
So one day, and we were casting somebody else as the father. It wasn't any of these guys. Some other actor was cast as the father. And then Anurag met Ronit one day in the lift, and he says, "तू Ronit से मिला है क्या?" I said, "TV वाला Ronit." वो बालाजी वाला. He's saying, "हाँ." I said, "क्यों?" He said, "Just मिल ले, because he's very interesting. He's got that mustache." He said, "यार बंदा बहुत interesting है. Maybe we'll cast him for the uncle's role." We went to meet Ronit Roy, Marriott में, and I'm meeting Ronit. I'm like, यार इसके uncle vibes नहीं है, इसके बाप vibes है actually, because he's not got that vibe. But still, formality के लिए met him, gave him the script, पढ़ लो, and Ronit's thinking I'm playing the uncle's role. And then we're getting into pre-production, and then the other original actor for the father's role calls up and says, "Yaar, picture, can you push the film by a month and a half?" It's like when you're making a small film, people come on for the excitement of the film.
Yeah.
Your crew comes on, cinematographer, production designer. Everybody's only there because they love the script. They want to do something exciting and unique and different. तुम उनको बोल दो ना कि यार 2 महीने बाद शूट करेंगे, सब गायब हो जाएंगे. No one's there for the money. They're there for the excitement. That same day, we've gone and done our camera tests, you know, where we've gone and taken Rajat and Shetty and me have gone and shot all these like cool things with Super 16 and stuff. The excitement level is here. Now, आप तो यहाँ पे बोलोगे कि यार 1.5 महीने अभी रुक जाओ, वो फुस होके would have just died. And we're like, नहीं, we're not going to postpone this. क्या करें? We said, तो चलो, should we take Ronit as the father? He said, हाँ करते हैं. So that's what happened. So I went back to Ronit and I said, भाई साहब, चेंज करना है. जैसे क्या? बाप का रोल? नहीं मैं नहीं कर सकता बाप का रोल. ऐसे क्यों नहीं कर सकते? नहीं यार बहुत ही ऐसे. Then we convinced him कि भाई it's a great role. It took us 2 days to sit with him, drink with him, and convince him that his dad's role is a fantastic role. Relax. Then he got back. Then the uncle's role. Then it became a very obvious thing. If this thing was uncle, boss has to be Ram Kapoor. And Ram just fits into that thing so nicely automatically. Now he read it and within like 10 minutes he's like, I get it. I'm in. बताओ क्या करना है, कब करना है.
और एक्टर्स की प्रेप कैसी थी?
So Rajat के साथ was more ठीक है, but teaching him dialect, but for me it was more physical training. I said you need to look like a boarding school kid. Boarding school boys are fit. यार. They're really fit because they're playing all the time. Football खेल रहे हैं, ये कर रहे हैं, वो कर रहे हैं. तो ऐसा तुम्हारा कोई ट्रेनिंग नहीं है, तुम 1 महीने के लिए physical training करो. So every day I'd make them play football. Every day I'd make him do kickboxing or something like that. He got that kind of physical training. I gave him this book by Hanif Qureshi called Buddha of Suburbia. Fantastic book, which he actually finished reading last year, by the way. True story. But I gave him, the other thing I gave him an iPod full of music. Of music that inspired me through, you know, of the film. I think that helped him a lot. And then we'd isolate him. Jamshedpur, I think we were there for a month before shoot. साथ में था तो उसका फोन ले लिया था हम लोग ने. उसके कमरे में टीवी नहीं था. उसको बस रख दिया हम अंदर. से किताब पढ़ो, म्यूजिक सुनो. Become a lonely child. Understand what it is to be a lonely child. Like understand that kind of vibe. So that was the training. It wasn't dialogue तो कर लिया हम लोगों ने.
Why was the reason you gave the music of Udaan and other films to Amit Trivedi specifically?
यार ये जस्ट डन देवडी है. उसे उस जमाने में, उस टाइम में उससे अच्छा साउंड ट्रैक तो कभी किसी ने सुना ही नहीं था. I want this guy to do my music. So the moment Udaan is happening, कि अनुराग का फोन आया, it's literally like a 2-day process. The first thing, इसे तो करनी है, ऐसा करनी है. He says तो चल करते हैं. ऐसे चल करते हैं. ऐसे त्रिवेदी का नंबर भेज मेरे. Literally was the next thing to send me Amit's number. I said just tell him I'm sending him a script. I sent Amit the script. Amit himself called me I think 1 week, 10 days later saying, sir, मैंने आपकी script पढ़ी है, कमाल की है, मिलते हैं. So met him after he'd read the script already. Similar age, he and me. We've both grown up in Bombay. Similar musical influences in terms of like uska, because he's more trained, so therefore there's a deeper Indian classical music influence in there. But if you listen to the same English music, the same rock influences we grew up with, the same Pink Floyd to Springsteen to all these kind of things, was something that was all very common to both of us. So सेकंड हैंड वाला डिस्कशन हो गया था हम लोग का हाँ हाँ वो गाना हाँ, ये गाना ये फील चाहिए वो फील चाहिए दिस काइंड ऑफ गिटार प्लेइंग दैट काइंड ऑफ प्लकिंग ऑटोमेटिकली इट्स लाइक हाँ दिस इज द गाय
After Jamshedpur, Bengal set the setting of Bengal. Very, very, very similar setting. Plays a very, very important role in Lutera. Uska process क्या था?
one is the inspiration for that process comes from watching Shotajit Ray's films so there's a lot of that which is the same. My mom is Bengali, so automatically there is a sense of knowing what that kind of like world is. So the research was the inspiration coming from even in the writing phase. Okay, let's set this up as a story which is about a Bengali zamindar and his daughter and this person coming into that kind of like world. Came from so it comes back to when we were trying to write it, one idea still makes it a modern day story and we very quickly realized that you can't make the last leaf a modern day story because how does somebody disappear in today's world? How does anybody disappear in today's world? It's not possible with social media and stuff. It's not possible. So then you have to automatically start to take it into a past when people can disappear, when they can be out of touch for years at a time.
Yeah.
You know, you have to either phone somebody like physically or write letters or whatever. You can't track someone. So the research then automatically follow the same thing. We'd go to what you call Rajbadis, which are these beautifully decadent old zamindar mansions that are all over Bengal. They're still there. They're all over Bengal. They're beautiful and they're just like crumbling and they're quite amazing. तो बहुत सारे देखे हम लोग ने. We did one entire recce in Bengal के एक से दूसरे and everybody each of them is unique and individual and different. Has got its own story. और कभी होता था कि यार तुम वहाँ पे जाओ और वहाँ पे मतलब जो एक ज़माने में एक ज़मींदार का घर था अभी जाके उसके मतलब डिसेंडेंट्स हैं वहाँ पे 20 हैं 30 हैं. It's very funny because you go to the back of the building और देखो कि पूरा बिल्डिंग में I think हैं कुछ 10-12 खिड़की. एक खिड़की को पेंट किया किसी ने बाहर से. उसके पास पैसे थे तो उसने बाहर से उसको पेंट करके दिखा दिया कि ये मेरा घर है. So you see these things. So that was the research was that. And then of course the normal research process for what you end up doing for anything, okay, costume ka ya production design ka, that kind of stuff. One is yes, you have the entire world. Let's try and build this world. And also because it was a very, very tough film to shoot. It was an extremely tough film to shoot. The script was lovely. And I feel that you had actors who were really invested and involved. You had a crew that was very invested. हम लोग गए थे पहले, and this is again filmmaker का ambition के. So we were going to shoot in starting in December. तो हम लोग ने बॉम्बे में शूट किया था, कुछ 10 दिन का शूट किया था interiors for Bengal. Then we were going to go to Dalhousie. Okay, there is that Kala Top में in Dalhousie. There is a house which is the exterior of her house. और इंटीरियर का हम लोग एक सेट बना रहे थे in Dalhousie only, in a place slightly lower, where we were going to build a shed and उसके अंदर build it. So I said, चलो, if you go there, access snow, come down, you can do that. It helps our schedule. Also, then the actors are actually cold and all that. Oh, smoke from the mouth and all those kind of these cool cinematic things will happen. तो मैं भी like cinematic master. हम बोल रहे हैं मेरे को कि मत कर ऐसे, तू सेट बना ले. ऐसे नहीं यार, वहाँ पे करेंगे ना, ठंड में मजा आएगा. ठीक है, मजा आएगा. And we go. न्यू ईयर्स के आई थिंक 1 दिन 2 दिन बाद हम लोग जा रहे हैं डलहौजी में और बर्फ़ अभी तक आई नहीं है. एंड सब खड़े हैं वहाँ पे कि आएगी क्या करेंगे, शूट शेड्यूल होगा नहीं. एंड आई थिंक 3rd or 4th of Jan it started to finally snow. So चलो, very good. Snow has come, great. Now we can all get ready for snow. It didn't stop snowing. It did not stop snowing. It was I think the largest snowfall in that area for 40 years or something like that. So much snow happened that our set collapsed. The whole hangar that we had built just collapsed inside. And the set collapsed and we were stuck in Dalhousie. Like literally, abhi kya karenge? You can't do anything. You can't even leave because there's so much snow. And तो सर अब क्या करें सर? Now we can't shoot. अभी तो कुछ करने से चलो बंगाल चलते हैं. So we said, and that schedule in Bengal was supposed to be 1 month later. So we had to pull it up, and literally became a situation of I'm telling Art my Aditya Kanwar, my production designer, तू जो ready करेगा ना मैं shoot करूँगा. No tension नहीं. Initially we were like ठीक है, we'll shoot in this sequence in order में जाएंगे. I said I don't care right now. So whatever you get ready, I'll shoot. Get me this room ready, I'll shoot that room only. So it became one of those. Okay, we'll do it. So we go to Bengal, we finish our entire first half. And then we said, now we're back in March in Dalhousie again. Attempt number 2. There's still snow. So we're okay. Ranveer Singh meets me one day before we're supposed to leave for Dalhousie, saying, yeah, I was working out and my back's feeling a little like messed up. I said, it's okay, we'll go, we'll shoot, we'll see what happens. Within 2 days of shooting, his back is just given up, like completely given up. And it's happened because we're shooting that scene where he hasn't realized his back is spasming, but we're shooting that scene where he's got the bullet. He's got the bullet over here, so he's gonna put a paper clip over there to feel pain here. इस पेन के चक्कर में ये पेन he stopped feeling. So when he finally took this off at the end of the day, that spasm came so hard that Ranveer was out. We had to literally chopper him out of there. So again, so attempt number 2 to Dalhousie is gone, and now we have to go back in May to shoot Snow in Boss, matlab deep summer. It's not even like there's ladybugs everywhere on the ground. The grass is so green you can't even like that was the zone we're trying to do this. So we got this very good guy from England. He came and he had one of those snow machines and proper kind of thing. He did a beautiful job, did VFX, and that was my first experience actually doing like proper, because then you're back against the wall. Na kya karenge? So VFX karna hi padega, to chalo kar lenge. And then you sort of like, you have no option, so you have to do that. So nicely. And
Casting call of Ranveer and Sonakshi. वो कैसे क्यों?
it was very interesting because by now Phantom has started, and the question of like, अच्छा अब क्या करना है? And Lutera was at that point of time ready. I had already got it ready to be able to make. In 2008 मैंने लिख दी थी, in the sense that like rewrite करके was ready. And then I think Vikas had the idea. He's like, what if you cast Ranveer as this thing? And my first reaction was like, really? Like that guy playing this? The Bittu
from Band Baja
from
Barat.
Band Baja Barat. I always thought that Ranveer Singh actually Delhi का लड़का है.
Okay.
I was so convinced by his performance. ऐसे ये तो दिल्ली का लड़का है.
हाँ.
And I met him at one award function or something. Like he and Anushka, I met them both at one award function, and they came and said, "Yeah, I love Udaan." And I'm like, "Boss, I love Band Baja Barat." And he was like, "This is a Filmfare का कुछ था and stuff like that." So हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं. And I started talking to him. I said, "So where are you from?" He said, "Khar." I said, "Hey." He said, "Yeah." He said, and he knew where I stay. I grew up on 14th Road, Khar. He grew up in 15th Road, Khar.
Okay.
He's literally like, I grew up one lane behind you. And I'm like, what shit, yeah. Kya baat kar raha hai, bro? I was like, you're so convincing as that guy. And then I said, okay, he's Ranveer Singh Bhavnani. He's like, Kharjim Khana ka ladka hai. Then I went to meet him, pitched it to him. He was on. Then it became automatically, then Sonakshi, yeah, who else is there? I mean, there's nobody. Because, like, I loved her in Dabang. You know, like with all that kind of stuff. I thought that here, boss, she's holding her own. You know, so it became a very obvious casting kind of choice.
But what do you think played the most crucial role in making Lutera and Udaan, both of them, so successful?
Yeah, short answer is love. I think there's no. That's always a short answer, because I think it comes from your love for the stories and your love for the medium. जैसे उड़ान में कहा था ना कि यार करो, जब छोटी पिक्चर बनाओ, पहली पिक्चर बनाओ, everybody's in for the love of it. They're in for they're in for the ride. They're in for the experience. They're in for that kind of stuff. I think Lutera ke time was the same thing, that because you're doing something ambitious and unique and different. I think just the experience of that film just got the whole crew together to really rally around and saying, yeah, chalo, don't worry, we've got your back. I had a great crew. Yeah. Like they were like, we've got this. Don't worry, let's do this.
Was Phantom a tissue paper idea or a PPT?
Phantom was a tissue paper idea.
Tissue paper idea. And it came from Anurag, or who started it?
The idea of doing something together came from all of us. I think it came from Anurag, it came from Vikas, it came from, because everybody in the moment is suddenly feeling, yaar, ke this studio system is not going to assist filmmakers in doing certain things. It's going to actually bring us down, as opposed to sort of like, you know, so our power is within ourselves. If we all come together, then you have power within a studio system. It's for me to go to a studio and saying, मुझे यार ये film बनानी है, तो मुझे इतने पैसे दे दो. The trust element is lesser. But when you go with 4 other filmmakers to be able to say, we are all doing this together as a company, where you have trusted names who are going to come in and be able to sort of like do this for you, automatically there's a trust level that sort of like happens, and then they feel कि fine, if the power of 4 is better than the power of 1, then there's something there.
सर भावेश जोशी के IMDb में सिर्फ एडिशनल एडिटर आता है, तो एक्चुअल एडिटर कौन
है? क्या बंटी बंसाली करके एक बंदा है वो.
ये कौन है? क्या ये आप हो?
नहीं हूँ. तो भावेश और AK वर्सेस AK में एडिटर का क्रेडिट है बंटी बंसाली।
तो आपने खुद का नाम क्यों नहीं लिखा एडिटर में?
पता नहीं यार, ये तो वो कोन ब्रदर्स करते हैं ना खुद के, रॉडरिक जेन्स करके एक दे हैव अ क्रेडिट फॉर समवन एज द एडिटर, खुद एडिट करते हैं बट वो रॉडरिक जेन्स करके, आई आल्सो फेल्ट द सेम थिंग कि मैंने एडिट कर दिया तो खुद का नाम डालने से अच्छा तो लगता है ना कि यार अच्छा डायरेक्टर है, राइटर भी है, एडिटर भी है, इट्स ओके, पुट सम अदर नेम। तो बंटी बंसाली, बिकॉज़ बंटी नागी के साथ मैंने काम किया था, वो उस जमाने में बंसाली के साथ
बंटी बंसाली। Amazing. So sir, how did Bhavesh Joshi started?
Yeah, when you growing up in Bombay, having to drive a car around these streets, having to sort of like the anger that you actually end up getting when you go through that kind of stuff, because you're seeing the decay around you of years of neglect and all that kind of stuff, kahin na kahin wo gussa aata hai, and that gussa found its outlet in the script about an angry young man. So it comes from there. I had the same experience. वो उसका पूरे पिक्चर में उसके पासपोर्ट का होता था, वो मेरे साथ भी हुआ था कि मुझे पासपोर्ट रिन्यूअल करना है, मैं जा रहा हूँ, मैं खड़ा हो रहा हूँ लाइन में वहाँ पे, आफ्टर स्टैंडिंग द लाइन 2 घंटे के बाद यू कैन कम इनटू द काउंटर, सर नहीं आपका ये काउंटर नहीं, आपका वो काउंटर है, I'm like ये क्या है भाई, मतलब तो दैट फ्रस्ट्रेशन, देन ट्राइंग टू डू पुलिस क्लियरेंस एंड गेटिंग ब्लॉक्ड ऑल द टाइम until you have to sort of like make a phone call and make a phone call and make a phone call and go to the police station every day and then finally get it clear. Like that frustration was something that I was like, banana hai iske upar, you know, I mean, something. And it was also a moment in time, na, because 2011 was all the protests were actually on at that time, which I've got in the movie. It was actually on. There was a real groundswell of anger, you know, which was against the government, and it was so everything kind of came together. It was my personal anger plus that, plus it's generally being a big superhero fan. सारे बैटमैन के कॉमिक पढ़ चुके हैं, सारे पिक्चरें देख चुके हैं, डार्क नाइट has been seen multiple times and all that kind of stuff. So somewhere the other there's that one thing of like, what is a superhero comes, what's the source of a superhero? It comes from a place of great anger, a place of great injustice.
Your Instagram handle also would make. Yeah. So are you satisfied by the audience reaction on Bhavesh Joshi?
It's a flawed film. If I have to say, it's my most, if I have to look at it, like, what am I most happy about in terms of a technical accomplishment, then yes, Bhavesh is my most satisfaction from a technical accomplishment of what one attempted to do in terms of the action sequences and the scale of the film and a certain soul of the film in terms of what one was trying to say and stuff like that. And I think was achieved in Bhavesh. Later, yes, the way the audience has responded afterwards to Bhavesh, yes. Of course, in that moment when it comes to the theatre, you're kind of heartbroken because you feel that itna sara kaam kiya and no one went to see it. I have my own analysis of what went wrong at that point in time. I think there was a definite marketing kind of like misdirection around the film. We should have been a little bit more different with our marketing. वो थोड़ा typical हो गया था कि एक trailer followed by one song followed by that, and I think that became to do something very unique, which at that point I don't think we knew कि क्या exactly करना क्या है.
What is your take on marketing of films?
पिक्चरों में गाने होते हैं, ठीक है, फिर गाने के राइट्स होते हैं, फिर आप गाने के राइट्स बेच देते हो टू अ टी सीरीज और अ जी और एनी ऑफ दीज पीपल. These companies then buy you television time and air time, where you can then subsidize your marketing costs because they've bought all that television time. Television time is very expensive to buy, but because T series and the music companies have bought it at much lower rates, they can get a better deal on marketing your music. But then you need music for every film.
Yeah.
Every film doesn't need music. It's a necessity that we need music in our films because our marketing is done through that format. Ek to that format doesn't work for everybody. Not every film needs to have 4 songs to be able to put out that to market in the place. So let's stop that in the first place. Let's try and sort of like say we have to market the film based on not just on music because you're getting a spread because the music company's got a good deal on buying television space. So that television space is now, of course, it's changed to online space, but it also means that yes, T-Series today has the largest number of subscribers, and there you end up taking advantage of it because that many million people are getting access to be able to watch the marketing content. But अगर आप confidence दिखाओगे ना product में, तो audience मान लेगी कि आप confident हो, and they will end up going and seeing it in the first place. उसके बाद में it's up to your product in the first place. If your product is not good, then it's not going to work. But if you show confidence in it, and I think the best example of that I've seen is Sacred Games. Is I've seen where, because it's Netflix's launch, it was everywhere in terms of marketing. It was, they had videos, they had the trailer, they had that kind of stuff, but the hoardings also, now every city, everywhere. Suddenly you feel कि यार कुछ exciting आ रहा है, because of the studio is excited, which means that I should be excited as much as you are to be able to go and see. We take the excitement on Barbie and Oppenheimer. It's because of genuine audience excitement to go and see something. How do you create that excitement? Now, chalo, for a Nolan film, for Barbie, there's a automatic, but the way they've done it with Barbie especially. Nolan, Oppenheimer's excitement comes from just people's love for Christopher Nolan. It's coming there. Whether, doesn't matter what that poster would have been, doesn't matter what it would have been, what the trailer would have been. I didn't even see the trailer till I went to see the film. It's like, and deliberately, okay, I know it doesn't make a difference to me whether I see this trailer or not. I'm going to watch the film anyway. But Barbie's marketing is excellent. It's been superb. It's been everywhere. The use of colors, the use of posters, the use of the way the environment of creating the fact that pink means Barbie. That association is fantastic. It's like, that is a marketing masterstroke that is there. But not many films are doing that, are marketed well, are doing that, are using something unique to end up creating excitement. Just creating excitement from Ghana is not going to happen. From trailers not going to happen. I thought AK vs. AK was very well marketed by Netflix. The way they were treating the whole Anil versus Anurag का एक जो चाबी उंगली वो उसके घर पे जा रहा है, वो उसके घर पे जा रहा है, वो उसका कमान यूज कर रहा है, वो अपना शेव कर रहा है. I think those things were genius. I think that was a really interesting kind of thing. So it took you into that story, it took you into that rivalry, it took you into that kind of world in a very interesting sort of way. Yeah, coming back to Bhavesh, I think there was a bit of a marketing failure there. I just think that didn't.
Was AK versus AK always AK versus AK, or it was AK versus something else?
No, it was always AK versus AK. So we had to go and cast an actor who was also. So right in the beginning, so Avinash sent this idea to us in I think 2014 में 2015 में ऐसे कुछ ने एक ट्रीटमेंट भेजा था. लाइक ही इज विकास फ्रेंड ने ये भेजा है ऐसे, यार कमाल है, बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है, करते हैं इसका कुछ. So he had sent it as AK versus AK. It was actually supposed to be Anurag Kashyap and Amir Khan is what he had written. And immediately I'm like, यार आमिर तो ये करने वाला नहीं है. So let's not go there. Then we discussed कि ठीक कौन से AK के पास जा सकते हैं. Then it got dropped. Then it eventually became like, oh, AK versus. Then we actually went to meet Saif for the first time for it. And Saif didn't do it. And then वो हम लोग ने shoot किया था शाहिद के साथ. And it was great. It was like really fantastic. And I wish that would have stayed. And then later it just became a very obvious thing afterwards. I said, why it should be Anil Kapoor. I'm saying there's no point taking it. You need to take an actor who is older. You need to take somebody who's almost like it has to be that. It has to be this kind of like these two different worlds of someone having to prove a point.
Yeah.
None of the other actors have got a point to prove. Anil Kapoor has a point to prove. Okay, he's still, at least the cinematic Anil Kapoor has a point to prove that he's still relevant. And I think that's really interesting. So let's just do this. I went to Amsterdam. I sat with Avi, because he lives there, and said 3 days, and we just made it an Anil Kapoor kind of thing. Came back and I was very shaking. I said, sir, है कुछ आप पढ़ लोगे? He said, क्या ऐसा ना आप पढ़ लो. So I was expecting कि Anil Kapoor पढ़ के script फेंक देगा चेहरे पे. But he called up, he said, this is damn good. करना है सर, definitely करना है. So that's how it happened. It just happened very quickly. Anurag wrote the dialogue for that himself, and so all that self-deprecating humor, जो भी है वो सब अनुराग का ही है. So like brought it in and kind of did that. Yeah, so मजा आया, बहुत मजा आया उसमें.
Sacred Games book आप प्लेटफॉर्म के पास लेके गए थे?
नहीं, प्लेटफॉर्म के पास.
And then you were convinced. आपने कुछ पढ़ा था विक्रम चंद्र का पहले?
March 2016 मुझे phone call आया from Netflix. So I had met Netflix in LA when I was there, and then Netflix sort of sent, have you read Sacred Games? So I actually lied. I said, yeah, I've read it. So I said, okay, when you're coming to the meeting, let's have a meeting. Let's discuss Sacred Games. And that was the only thing Sacred Games. I said, so ठीक है sir. I started reading it on the day. It's a 1,000-page book. Yeah. So I'm actually like speed reading that book to be able to at least have an informed opinion when I go into this meeting with Netflix. And I walk into the meeting and Vikram Chandra is in the meeting. I was like, oh, bhai, this is serious stuff. I thought I'm going for a normal executive to talk about, I feel this is a book, and I'm like, this is a very serious thing. Chandra is in the meeting. Chandra is a guy who doesn't talk very much. He's very quiet. He's extremely quiet. So entry मार के मेरा interview हो रहा था कि हाँ क्या लगा, कैसे लगा. I'm like, हाँ ये वो. I have to say that was very sharp from Netflix's perspective to even get the rights to a book like that, because somebody in Netflix saw the potential in being able to say what I said earlier, ना कि छोटी सी कहानी, एक पुलिस वाले की, एक गैंगस्टर की छोटी सी कहानी बहुत बड़ी कहानी बन जाती है आगे जाके. I think that was a great. It's just because set off point is so nice in Sacred Games, ना यार. एक डाउन पुलिस ऑफिसर को एक फोन आता है गैंगस्टर से. It's almost like saying one cop gets a call from Dawood saying भाई आके मिलने मेरे को. It's such a great set off point, like that excitement of like, oh wow, this is cool, this is very cool.
Yeah.
Was fantastic, and that's what that book had. It had something which was like that cool factor.
फिर आपने वो किताब जो 1000 पेज की पढ़ी थी उसको स्क्रीन प्ले में कन्वर्ट करने में किस किस का हेल्प लिया?
Like Sudeep was supposed to be the first person to answer. Sudeep, so I called up Sudeep. I said, "करना है?" He said, "हाँ करते हैं." And then Smita and Vasant, the two writers, I really liked their work. Smita, I had read her Raat Akeli hai, she had written this, जो picture बन गई थी बाद में, हनी तिवारी ने बनाई थी. तो रात अकेली है I had read, I really liked Raat Akeli as a script. I thought she'd be a great writer. And Vasant, I read his work. I thought he'd be a great writer. So I identified these three people. I said, yeah, इनके साथ करना है, and then set up a writer's room. Sudeep will be the senior writer. I'll be showrunner, and then these two guys. So like, do it. And then Netflix का call आया कि नहीं है Sudeep Amazon के लिए शो निकला है तो he can't write the Netflix show. And I'm like, भाई लोग तुम लोग क्या बात कर रहे हो यार, इतनी छोटी सी इंडस्ट्री है. You know, this whole, if you try and do this kind of stuff, कभी होगा नहीं. कोक पेप्सी वाला मामला नहीं चलेगा यहाँ पे. It's not going to happen like that because that's your talent pool. You have to understand. Now, of course, it's okay. Everybody's working with everybody. But that point in time, they were very like, nahin, this is Coke and Pepsi happening. So then Sudeep had to unfortunately leave the show. And that's when Varun came. Like that.
और फिर अनुराग कैसे ऐसे
अनुराग तो बहुत बाद में आया. अनुराग तो उसको पता ही नहीं. Almost like अनुराग ये स्क्रिप्ट ले लो तो जाके
करो शूट जाके.
No, अनुराग का क्या हुआ? See, so initially Netflix का idea था कि यार आप showrunner बन जाओ. You direct 2 episodes and you get other directors to come and direct two episodes and then we'll sort of like do it. And as I'm sitting over there, I'm realizing that ये वो वाला मामला नहीं है because it's not a very simple thing कि जा 2 episode करो. वो episodes में you have 2 distinct worlds. You have Gaitonde world and you have Sartaj world. How do you get a director from a scheduling perspective to go in to prep and shoot one episode in this world and an episode in that world? मतलब it was a scheduling nightmare. तो या तो अलग करना पड़ेगा या तो आप पूरा पहले गाइडोंडे का शूट करो उसके बाद पूरा सत्ता का शूट one actor at a time and 1 actor at a time. That's how you have to doing it. But our dates are all clashing. The dates are mixed up. Netflix wants it fast because they said we have to get the show out over there fast. So that is the struggle that you're facing. So that's what I told them. I said, yeah, ऐसे नहीं होगा. We'll have to approach it like 2 feature films. Like I'll have to do one part and I have to get another director to do another part. And the only director I trust who I can, for this world, who can sort of like do it, where I don't have to sit on his head and look over his shoulder, is Anurag. The only discussion we had, I think, was when we sat down बैठ के अच्छा ट्रांजिशंस पे एक बार बात कर लेते हैं कि एग्जैक्टली ट्रांजिशंस में करना क्या है. यू नो, सो स्पेसिफिक ट्रांजिशंस इन स्पेसिफिक प्लेसेस. आई वुड टेल यू कि मेरे दिमाग में ये है कि व्हेन ही इज डूइंग दैट, लाइक आई नो कि स्क्रिप्ट में यू आर गोइंग टू गो फ्रॉम that moment and I'm going to pick it up over here, and my mind I want to come from like a top angle shot and then come down. So just make sure that keep that in mind. So I'm saying just in your mind then when you're doing it, figure out a transition for me that's actually interesting. It shouldn't end up becoming a generic transition. So that's the only thing we would actually discuss. Remember episode 1 में वो बच्चे का कि वो बच्चा ऊपर देखता है, कट्टू बड़ा नवाज नीचे देख रहा है. So we do that is the only planning we did. उसके अलावा कुछ planning तो था नहीं है. Which is a trust also ना यार कि वो पता है कि end of the day he's going to shoot it. Aarti Bajaj is editing the entire thing. I'm show running it. So it's not like वो shoot करके वो छोड़ रहा है किसी पे. Like he edited, he do his lineup and then after he's like, तुम लोग का है music तुम लोग करो, मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ता है. Which is nice.
Was Stardust the name for Jubilee?
I was told I can't use Stardust, so then we came up with Jubilee.
Okay. So on the script, the Stardust is written. Yeah, Stardust.
I was clap पे भी Stardust लिखा है.
Oh.
But now it's got stuck in my head. I mean, for the longest time, we could not refer to it but anything but Stardust.
So how did Jubilee started? Was it a part of research when you was doing Bombay Talkies in 2000s?
I think 2015, Phantom, like 2014, 2015 के आसपास, when a lot of your interesting cinematic conversations, right, which film geeks tend to have, was always about the movies, and suddenly we realized that we're talking more about television shows. You're talking about Game of Thrones, House of Cards, Breaking Bad, all these really interesting, cool new shows. We should also do something like Mad Men. You know, like what's our Mad Men? What if we did a Mad Men about the Indian film industry? And I think that idea stuck. You're like, this is something very, very interesting. Started working on that idea with Shomik, and we sort of like created a bit of a world and that kind of stuff and all. And then had a pitch ready, a story idea ready, and then got Atul Sabharwal to write the screenplay because he's big buff of that era, that world in the 50s and the black and white era and that kind of stuff. So उसने पायलट लिख दी and we took it to Amazon. Amazon loved it. ऐसे चलो करते हैं. And then 1 week before that, Sacred Games had happened and Netflix said चलो करते हैं. So इस चलो करते बीच में I had to tell Amazon के भाई रुक जा. They weren't very happy about it. So it was a moment of like waiting kind of 3 years. But the good thing was that 3 years gave Atul the luxury to actually write every episode. So it's one writer, which is very unusual for a series format. Normally, you have multiple writers, a writer's room. Here, because at the time, Atul's like, हाँ मैं लिख दूँगा. So like he wrote all the episodes, and that was something that took its time. So then when Sacred Games season 2 finished, is when we said, चलो now let's get into Stardust at that time, and then we got into it and so short. And then again pandemic happened. तो वापस delay करो. तो करते what's inadvertent it's eventually taken us 8-9 years to make this from the total inception to the actual product coming out over there. But बीच में because of multiple things, it's very difficult to quantify कि यार actually कितना time लगा मुझे भी खुद पता नहीं है कि कितना time लगा बनाने में. 90 दिन लगे शूट करने में, बाकी का क्या पता.
बहुत सारे रेफरेंसेस हैं पुराने लोगों के, पुरानी चीज़ों के. उसको टैकल करना, उसको ट्वीक करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज पब्लिक परसेप्शन प्लेज अ वेरी सिग्निफिकेंट रोल. वो कैसे आपने हैंडल किया? कितने फीडबैक्स, बहुत सारी चीज़ें रही होंगी.
Your set off point, your takeoff point is an urban legend. It's an urban legend of what happened between Himanshu Rai and Devika Rani back in the day. Now you're saying that's your urban legend that you're taking off from to start off the episode 1. But उसके आगे तो कुछ सच नहीं है. It's just a takeoff point after that. Our main thing is that we make interesting characters that people will hook onto, that they will like, that they will follow that journey with an interesting mystery that's going to happen afterwards. So all the referencing that's going to happen is all very Easter eggy. It's all very by chance. It's not, no one at any point in time can you end up saying that यार जय खन्ना राज कपूर है. वो राज कपूर भी है, वो देवानंद भी है, वो दिलीप कुमार भी है. And the same thing goes for Binod Das. Madan Kumar is also Ashok Kumar, but there's also a little bit of Dilip Kumar kind of like over there. You haven't done it. So there's a lot of, it's not conscious referencing. It's also the fact that उस ज़माने में वो थे ही 5 actors. So it's going to be either of these guys. And then then the tributes are being paid in terms of the way we're doing the Na Koi Mera song between Aditi and Siddhant. Is a tribute that's been paid also to Raj Kapoor's Ghar Aaya Mera Pardesi, but it's also the same Hum Aapki Aankhon Mein from Gurudutt's Pyasa. It's both. Because the idea of the song with the dry ice and all that kind of stuff was a trope at that point in time. You have 2 very legendary songs that have been done the same way. We're just paying a tribute to that.
इसकी casting process.
इसकी casting process Prasenjit और Aditi को छोड़ के, in the sense that they were the only people who I approached because stars चाहिए थे for that. And Ram Kapoor. Again, one guy जो 2 मिनट में उसने बोल दिया कि हाँ मैं कर लूँगा. तो I said भाई तेरे को थोड़ा मतलब गंजा होना है. हाँ. I said to be disgusting Punjabi. हाँ. No problem. Whatever. Everybody else was through auditions. Through casting bay. Siddhant was through that. Apar was through that. Apar का मुझे पता नहीं था Apar audition करने वाला था. अच्छा हुआ उसने बताया नहीं मुझे. Because अगर वो पूछता ना कि मैं अपार शक्ति का कर लूँ ऑडिशन में, शायद ना बोल देता कि नहीं यार वो he won't fit. And I think that was a good move by Anmol. अपार को लाना, उसका ऑडिशन करना without telling me was smart. Because when you see the audition, you're like unexpected. And you're like, oh, this guy is कुछ preconceived notion नहीं है ना फिर मेरा के दिमाग में कि नहीं यार अच्छा करेगा बुरा करेगा. I was like या अच्छा कर लिया. So him, Siddhant, Vamika was a very interesting casting because Vamika का I had cast somebody else before that. Somebody else had cast Nilofer. Vamika का audition देखा था, like अच्छी है लेकिन I thought somebody else was better. And then so that was a lock casting. And then pandemic happened, 2020. And because the pandemic happened, suddenly everything is online. And then I had to join Instagram. Once you join, of course, you start following people. And I started following Vamika, and I found that यार ये लड़की बहुत छिछोरी है. In the sense of at least like all her reels and all her videos were all very, very funny. And suddenly something came in. I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. I had never seen Nilofer like this. It's always been Nilofer, always been someone who's like, very proper, and the Tawaif from Lucknow, and there is a sense of like she carries herself and speaks in that kind of way. And I've never seen the fact that that woman can also be this very funny, very endearing, very goofy person. So then I kind of like met her again. I said, "Yaar, mil le ek baar." And I just met her, started like talking to her, and I said, "Okay, this is interesting. This is the Niloufar that I want."
शोरनर एग्जैक्टली होता क्या है? ये बहुत बड़ा क्वेश्चन है.
The showrunner essentially is the person who's saying, "This is my overview. This is my number of episodes. This is my story arc that will go from here to here. These are my character arcs that will go from here to here. This is my mood arc that will kind of like happen. This is the look and the feel and the tone of it." अभी उसमें अच्छा ठीक है, मुझे ये चाहिए, तो मुझे 8 एपिसोड में तो कैसे लिखेंगे? मैं पहला लिख दूंगा और आखिरी लिख दूंगा, या मैं पहला लिख दूंगा, या मैं लिखूंगा ही नहीं, किसी और को लेके आऊँ लिखने के, so I can get objectivity. How many writers do you need? How much time for this? How is the format to do? So that one person who's got that overview on everything is your showrunner. That person it's their responsibility to deliver scripts. It's their responsibility to deliver the show. They can be directors. They cannot be directors. So if you take in the case of me on Jubilee, I'm showrunner director. You take the case of Sudeep Sharma on Patal Lok, he's only the showrunner, and then Avinash Arun and Proshit have been the directors the first time. So it depends. It's like you take the great international showrunners. Vince Gilligan on Breaking Bad. So Vince Gilligan directed the first episode of Breaking Bad. He did sporadic episodes throughout Breaking Bad, and even on Better Call Saul, like Vince Gilligan maybe directed like 3 episodes of all of Better Call Saul, but it's his show, it's his writing, and even the writers are different. There's clearly a very definite vision that Vince has got in terms of saying that this is the way I want to be able to kind of like break it down. This is where it'll go. This is where it'll end. This is how the actors will sort of like be there. So that's what the showrunner does.
आपने बुक्स को उठा के काफ़ी चीज़ें क्रिएट की हैं, एग्जाम्पल सेक्रेड गेम्स, एंड आई वाज रीडिंग समवेयर यू आर ऑल्सो प्लानिंग टू मेक समथिंग रिलेटेड टू तिहाड़ जेल. You acquired the rights of a book. So what is that about? Are you working on a film like or a show?
It's a series. So that's called Black Warrant. We'll go into production end of the year. So it's a series about a jailer in Tihar from 1980 up to like 20. It's like 30 years. उसकी कहानी है.
Okay.
Tihar jail में.
AK versus AK जैसा कुछ नया? Are you planning to do something?
Not specifically in that. I mean, the next film I'm doing is it's a little hatke. It's a screen life thriller, so it takes place all on a computer screen, like Searching, like Missing. It's also like the same thing. That's the format of the film. It's called Screen Life, which happens. It's like a voyeuristic look at somebody's desktop. So everything is conversations and Google searches and all that sort of stuff. So it's interesting.
When can we expect this?
Hopefully, if I can finish editing this damn thing at the end of the year. You're gonna take me away from the editing table.
Okay.
That's the only way.
आपको कुछ नया सीखना है अभी? कुछ
बताओ.
मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूँ कि आपको कुछ नया सीखना है आगे?
Finance. Sometimes my accountant talks to me in a language which I don't understand, and he looks at me कि यार सब समझते हैं, तू नहीं समझता है. ऐसा तुझे पता है 35-50 मिलीमीटर लेंस की डिफरेंस नहीं पता है ना तुझे? मुझे मत सिखा. मैं भी बताऊंगा तुझे नॉलेज के बारे में. So yeah, but I wish there was a little bit more general accounting, like that kind of stuff, which seems to be like the basic life skills I feel everybody should have. Which sometimes, yeah, you don't.
My last question is, आप जाते जाते यंग फिल्म मेकर्स को क्या सजेस्ट करना चाहेंगे?
कहानियाँ लिखो, पिक्चरें बनाओ, मतलब like the same standard stuff. But I think we're going through a moment in time, I think, in our industry right now, which is very difficult. Like the indie film, as we know it, as the films that I have made, and Udaan, I don't think will be made today. वो पिक्चर ग्रीन लाइट ही नहीं होती. क्योंकि किस लिए बनाओगे, कैसे बनाओगे, डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कहाँ करोगे? The streamers are supposed to be the saviors of the industry, but they've turned out to be the saviors of only themselves. Start making more genre films, start making more thrillers, start making more action films, start making more horror films, start making more comedy films. Say the things you want within a format that works. Imagine that you're in Iran right now. Imagine that you're in, you know, a world where you cannot literally say what you want to say and so like do it. I just feel that be smart about that, but also be entertaining about it. Like go out there and try and make more movies that are going to be able to be accessible and exciting and entertaining to people by saying the things that you end up wanting to say. If you look at anywhere in Hollywood, your greatest genre filmmakers in Hollywood, whether you're starting off with Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg made Duel as his first film. It's about a guy being chased by a monster truck. It is as genre as it gets. But that got the attention of the entire sort of like of the world. Francis Ford Coppola gets to make Godfather because he's made THX 1138 before that. No? He's gone and made those kinds of things. Or even you go afterwards. It's like a Nolan today is who he is because of a following which somebody ends up seeing, saying this guy's interesting. Then he gets to make a Memento, and then you're. But Mementos again is a film about a guy who's lost his memory, trying to like find out who's gone and you know, he has to look at like again such a cool genre idea. There's a coolness about those films that then you can go and make what you want to end up making. But पहले तो वो करना पड़ेगा ना यार.
थैंक यू सो मच सर. हमने बहुत सारी बातें की विक्रमादित्य मोटवानी सर के साथ, जो एक राइटर हैं पहले, डायरेक्टर, प्रोड्यूसर, शो रनर, कोरियोग्राफर, साउंड डिजाइनर और एक और चीज़, एडिटर. बंटी भंसाली वाले एडिटर. अगर अब आप ये नाम पढ़ें बंटी भंसाली तो आपको पता है कि ये कौन है. थैंक यू सो मच सर. इट वॉज लवली हैविंग दिस कॉन्वर्सेशन विद यू. बहुत कुछ सीखने को मिला. थैंक यू सो मच.
Hi, this is Vikramaditya Motwani and we are just chilling on comment section. Please like, share, subscribe.